Hello and welcome to Face to Face. Today we are honored to join by a multi-talented Bhutanese artist with us. She did her bachelor's in visual art from the Beaconhouse National University, Lahore, and dedicated over 16 years of her voluntary work at VAS, showcasing a strong commitment to art and community. She also co-owns the Frog Pond studio with her friend. Her work explores the depth of womanhood and feminine energy. Beyond her art studio, she also made name for herself as a production and a set designer, winning the Best Production Designer Award for the film 𝐼 and also contributed in Bhutan Echo and theater set designing. So please join me in welcoming Pem Lham. So thank you for coming, ma'am. So how are you feeling and how is your preparation for your solo exhibition going on?
I just brought my works here and it looks good. The preparation looks good for now.
So ma'am, what inspired you to take your career in art and who and what has influenced your artistic journey the most?
So when I first started, I think I was very young. I was in class 4 or 5 when I first joined VAST, and the reason was my late brother. He was an artist, and so he was the only artist in our family, and then I found it very interesting, intriguing, and then led me to join VAST. And then after joining VAST, I met a lot of artists. I met Aja and so many other wonderful artists, and just looking at how they were living their life as an artist's life through art, it inspired me to take up art as a profession. And now everything around me inspires me. The world around me, the people, everything inspires me. Yes.
So ma'am, as a multi-talented person, excelling in visual art, production design and set designing, how do you balance these different creative roles?
So for me, I think it's very important to have multiple outlets for creative expression, because sometimes what you can express through painting cannot be expressed in set design, or especially in set design, because set design is somebody else's vision, but painting is my own vision. And then there's so many other outlets like sculptures and installations. So it's interesting because then you're not bound to just one thing, and then you keep exploring, you keep learning, you keep failing. So when you explore more, you fail more, you learn more. So that is very important for me, that I keep learning and keep doing multiple things and not be stuck in just one medium.
So with over 16 years of voluntary work in VAS, so what has been one of the most fulfilling aspects that you would be giving back to your community?
So I basically grew up with VAST, and I learned a lot, and VAST does a lot of philanthropic art and work. So it wasn't mostly me like giving back to the society. I don't know if I can say that, but then it was me and my friends learning a lot from the experience. We've been to places we've never been. We've done things we'd never have done if it wasn't for VAST. And we got to meet a lot of people, got to learn so many things because of VAST and because of the work that VAST does. So it was mostly me learning. So it was mostly beneficial to me, and by and by just helping the community a little bit, thanks to VAST.
So lastly, ma'am, since you have received the Best Production Design Award for the film 𝐼, so how did this achievement push your creative boundaries?
Yes. So first of all, 𝐏𝐞𝐦, she took a big risk on me, because I've never been on a film set before, and it was my first time ever to be on a set and then work as a production design lead, which was very it was very challenging, but at the same time, I got to learn a lot and then got a lot of help. So that was yet another outlet for me, and I never thought I would work in a film set ever in my life. So that was again is an art endeavor, like to work as a production design, like the set design. You have to do all that. So it's also, like I said earlier, it's another outlet. We need a lot of outlets as a creative person. So that's one of the outlets, and I would like to pursue it further.
So lastly, how does working on a set designing like Bhutan Echo is different from your personal visual art projects?
So for my personal projects, like for, personal artistic pursuit, I don't, when I start working, I don't make it for the public, I make art for myself, and then I decide to show it publicly, which is always very intimidating, because it's always very personal, my works. But for Bhutan Echoes, it's this very freeing experience, because then you're going to make work for the public, like people are going to see it, and then they're going to experience it, and they'll have a comment on it. So it's wonderful to know that Bhutan Echoes is now the Bhutanese literature and art festival. So it's celebrating Bhutanese literature and art. So they always give me the chance to make art installations for the festival, which is always wonderful, because we need art in our lives, and I'm glad to be, putting in something, some art for the festival, and it's very intimidating, because you have to try something new, but then people will be watching you. People will be seeing not only Bhutanese, but then international people come. So you have the pressure of making it Bhutanese, but at the same time it has to be contemporary and new. So that pressure is there, but it's always a joy to work with Bhutan Echoes.
Lastly, so are there any specific Bhutanese culture element or your personal experience that inspire your artwork?
Nowadays there's always this pressure to make something new, like in art, in everything there's this pressure to make something new and like shocking. But then with my work, it's never anything new. I always take elements from our culture, and our culture is very diverse. There's so many layers to our culture. So everything, like if I walk around in town, there's culture, like the 𝐏𝐞𝐦 culture, there's so many new cultures also. So there's this pop culture, everything. So everything inspires me, and all my works are just an amalgamation of old culture, new culture, and there's nothing new. So it's just, it's very inspiring. If it wasn't for our culture, I think my work wouldn't have come out. Yeah.
So lastly, as someone who is involved in multiple creative fields, so how do you stay motivated, and how do you evolve yourself as an artist?
So I think it's very important for an artist to keep an open mind, and then keep learning from everything, not to be stuck with one medium. To keep exploring is very important, and then to keep learning from might not necessarily be paintings or artistic things. You can learn from the world around you. Just you can learn a lot from just talking to someone. From maybe shops, you'll see something, and then you can learn from that. You can learn from your neighbors, from your 𝐏𝐞𝐦. You can just keep an open mind, and then keep looking for inspiration, because inspiration is everywhere. So keep keep searching.
So lastly, so what advice would you like to give to the young people who wants to involve themselves in a multiple talents and carve their own path in the art life?
I'd say always be in a state of play. I think that is very important, because I personally struggle with, being especially when it comes to my work. I am a perfectionist, so I want everything how I imagined it, but it's very difficult to do it, especially when you have to depend on outside people, so it's always important for you to be in a state of play, and then expect to be surprised yourself by your work, and not be too focused on the nitty-gritties. It's not important at the end of the day. It's so don't be afraid to fail. Try new things. There's so many artists. You can go talk to them, and like I said earlier, the inspiration is all around you, so you can get inspired from everywhere. Just you have to keep looking. You have to always be looking for inspiration, or there's art in everything. The world around you, it's full of art. Nature's the biggest artist, I'd say, and even things if you go to a shop, a chips packet is art, because there was a lot of thought put into it, the design, the labeling, everything has been thought about, and maybe even at your house, how your mother has set up your house, there's no good or bad art, and you have to keep learning, and keep seeing the beauty in everything, because there's nothing ugly, I believe, and that you have to, everything has its own charm, own beauty, so keep seeing the beauty in everyday world. I think that would, and don't be afraid to fail, and just try multiple things. Just be in the state of play. That I struggle with, and I hope the young ones, who want to pursue art, start with being in the state of play.
So lastly, thank you so much for joining with us, Lamam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this is the end of this face-to-face segment. To view more content like this, make sure to follow Bhutan Today. Thank you.